Glad you're here again, or some of you new perhaps. Today should be, I think it'll be a good session. We're going to do Yoga Nidra today. Many of you have been exposed to Yoga Nidra through other meditations or retreats I've done, and Yoga Nidra is the perfect practice for right now. Yoga Nidra in Sanskrit means yogic sleep, and it's a practice that is conducive for deep relaxation. It calms the sympathetic or fight or flight nervous system, which we all could use right now, I think. And I chose a Yoga Nidra script particularly for stress today. I want to give the credit for the script to Scott Moore Yoga LLC. So thanks, Scott, for allowing people to use this. It is not allowed to be used for commercial purposes. So, we're not selling this at all. So the first thing I would like you to do is I want you to find your comfortable place. So that might be your bed, it might be the floor on a rug or yoga mats. And the idea is to be as cozy and comfortable as possible. And classically, Yoga Nidra is done in corpse pose or lying down on your back with your hands pointed up towards the ceiling. So relaxed arms and feet about the width of a yoga mat with feet relaxed outwards. Many of you will want to put a small pillow or something underneath your head because we're going to be there for about 40 minutes. And many with low back issues will also want to roll up a blanket and put that under your knees or a pillow or whatever. Now, that being said, the most important thing for Yoga Nidra is for your body to be comfortable, because without a comfortable body, it's going to be pretty hard to relax. So if lying down is not comfortable or accessible for you, then do whatever you need to do. And if lying down on your back is not good for you, lie on your side, lie with your head upright. Just your body best, so listen to it and do what it needs to be most comfortable. As in the other meditations, you're not going to be looking at me. Your eyes are ideally going to be closed. If that feels scary or unsafe lying down, you could always have your eyes open as well. But if it feels safe, it is easier to go inward, and usually for most people relax. But if it triggers a stress response in you, obviously that's not going to be the case for you. Excuse me. So let's get comfy. If you're not already lying down, please do so. And wiggle around, figure out the kind of positioning you want. Most people will cool down during Yoga Nidra, so you probably want a blanket on you or nearby, probably want socks on. Yeah, so just be as comfortable as you can be. And so we will begin the practice of Yoga Nidra for stress. Welcome to Yoga Nidra for stress. As you begin, give yourself complete permission to allow anything that arises during this practice to simply be. If it's a sound or an emotion or a physical sensation, whatever it is, I invite you to simply welcome it in, recognize it for what it is, and simply be the witness of whatever arises. Allow it to be just as it is. Remember, your job isn't to fix or change anything. That's the beauty of Yoga Nidra. It's an effortless practice. The point is to try to be as effortless as you can. That's why it's such a beautiful practice during this time and other times when many people are experiencing high stress, because if you don't feel you can meditate, you can always do Yoga Nidra. Through deep prolonged and systematic awareness, you will work to open to your truest self and remember that the feeling of your most natural state of being is that of relaxed awareness. You will remember that the feeling of your most natural state of being is that of relaxed awareness. So please, again, make yourself as comfortable as possible. Turn off all cell phones and gadgets and beeps as much as possible. Try to set the conditions to avoid distractions, and know that despite your best efforts, things may arise nonetheless. Things like sounds and emotions and memories. So simply remember that your job isn't to try to ignore these things when they come. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Like I said, just use whatever arises as a simple way of practicing awareness and acceptance for things just as they are during this practice. I invite you to follow my words, and as you do so, you'll cultivate a deeper and deeper awareness. And during the process, you may find that you become systematically more and more relaxed. Modern psychology has shown that you can't be stressed and relaxed at the same time. So you are going to allow yourself to become very, very relaxed. Allow yourself to relax bit by bit and open to your true self through this deep awareness. There's no need to force relaxation either. Just follow the sound of my voice. It's also perfectly natural if you start to feel like you're drifting in and out of sleep and waking consciousness. That is the state of yoga nidra, to kind of be drifting in and out. So don't become distressed if you fall asleep and you wake up and you've lost time. It's perfectly normal. It's part of the process. And no matter what, even if you do end up sleeping, there is always a part of your awareness that will be able to hear the sound of my voice and will get what you need right now out of this practice. So there's no need to worry about anything, and there's no need to try. Let's go on this journey together now. So to begin, start with a few deep breaths in through your nostrils, down to your belly, and then sigh out of your mouth. Breathe into the nostrils. When the lungs are full, hold your breath for a few moments if that's comfortable. Then exhale through the mouth, again with a sigh, imagining that any stress or tension held in the body can be released through the out breath. You may even wish to make the sigh louder or more vocal if you're feeling particularly stressed. Sighing is an extremely helpful beginning to relieving stress. Do this several more times on your own. Now begin to breathe deeply in and out through your nose. You may know Ujjayi breathing. If you do, practice a few rounds of Ujjayi breathing. If you're not familiar with Ujjayi breathing, it's slow and deep nostril breathing, which focuses a little bit more on the exhale than on the inhale. Also with Ujjayi breathing, you breathe in such a way that constricts the airflow just a bit in the back of your throat, giving you kind of a Darth Vader-y type sound on the in breath and the out breath. So you're like tensing the back of your throat just a little bit. It allows you to feel the texture of your breath a little bit more profoundly at the back of the throat. If that doesn't make sense, just go ahead and do nostril breathing, nose breathing in and out. Breathing deeply, whichever type of breathing you're doing, and breathing slowly, emphasizing the exhale. The exhale is the key to relaxation and to lowering the stress response. Slowing down the exhale. You may find that your nervous system is already beginning to calm down. Keep your jaw nice and relaxed. Relax your face. And if there's any other way that you realize you need to move your body to be more comfortable, please do that now. Now release any ujjayi or deep breathing and just breathe naturally. Lying down like this, closing your eyes if comfortable, and simply open to whatever you happen to be most aware of in this moment. Be that the sound of my voice or an emotion you're experiencing in the moment. Just welcoming, recognizing, and witnessing whatever's most present for you right now. Now practice being simply curiously aware of it. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to change it. You just notice it. And in this moment, I invite you to be aware of anything that feels outside of yourself. It might be temperature, or sounds, or smells. Anything that feels external to your body. Practice welcoming, recognizing, and witnessing whatever you're most aware of. And let's agree to let go of any sort of judgment about anything for the remainder of this Yoga Nidra practice. Now bring your attention inside to anything that feels internal to your being. It could be energy or physical sensation, emotions or thoughts. Simply notice with that neutral observation anything that feels internal. Go back to the external realm, to whatever feels outside. Welcome, recognize, and witness anything that feels external. Now internal. Again, notice anything that feels internal. And in this moment, I invite you to feel both what is inside and outside at the same time. Don't worry if that doesn't seem to make sense. I invite you to do it nonetheless. Feel as if the boundary of your body were diffuse or porous, and what is external could also be internal. Feel both at the same time. You might notice that while you could be aware of one thing in one moment and another thing in another moment, the thing that isn't changing is awareness. The thing that isn't changing is awareness. It is by all the changing things that you are aware of which reveal that which never changes. It is by all the changing things that you are aware of which reveals that which never changes, awareness itself. Be awareness itself. Now, in this part of our practice, you're going to establish your sankalpa. This is the seed of your intention. This is a sacred seed of intention that you will place upon the altar of your heart. As you practice these deepening layers of awareness through your Yoga Nidra practice today, you will align with your true nature, that of awareness itself, and thereby create the perfect conditions for this seed to grow and to bloom. Your Yoga Nidra practice will create the fertile soil for the seed of your intention to grow and to bloom and then to manifest in your life. Consider what you feel you need most in your life right now. What do you need from this practice? Feel that desire for what you are needing most now. And then today, I would encourage you to adopt the following sankalpa, the following intention, because it's general and it will help you achieve any desire. The sankalpa that I would invite you to adopt for today's practice is this statement of truth. Repeat this in your mind. My most natural state of being is relaxed awareness. My most natural state of being is relaxed awareness. Say this a few times in your own head. Doing this places that intention on the altar of your heart, and it allows the universe to pinpoint the way in which you will come to know yourself through experiencing your own natural state of relaxed awareness. Everything we do from here forward in our Yoga Nidra practice will serve to nourish the seed of this intention, this sankalpa, and give it the right conditions for it to grow and to manifest in your life. If possible, I invite you to become even more relaxed, imagining the body sinking more and more deeply into the floor or bed, imagining the body melting like butter. Now choose a place. It can be real or imagined. It can be a memory of a place or a place you've never been. Perhaps this place that acts like a sanctuary for you, this is a place where you can be at your best, where you feel happy. And again, if you have a hard time remembering a place like this, simply imagine, conjure up a place where you can imagine yourself feeling content or happy or at peace, or a place you feel loved. This is your sanctuary. your personal oasis of peace. And this is a place you can always go to, whether in waking or dreaming consciousness. As you choose your sanctuary, I invite you to be there in your awareness. Do this by filling in all the sensations, all the details of your sanctuary as you run through your senses. Is it inside or outside? Is it daytime or nighttime in your oasis? Begin to notice what you see around you in your sanctuary. See with your own eyes the shapes, the colors, the textures, the objects. Imagine yourself as cozy and comfortable as you possibly can. Are there people or animals there? What are the scents in your sanctuary? What does it smell like? Find the most comforting, soothing smells for you and imagine breathing in those nurturing, soothing scents. The scent of your sanctuary fills your entire being. Notice what you hear in your sanctuary. Are there birds or music or quiet or chanting? Again, whatever feels most comforting to you. If there are any tastes in your sanctuary, taste those flavors on your tongue. What do you feel on your skin? Feel the temperature, textures, pressure, whether you are wet or dry, hot or cold, or neutral. Is there a breeze? If you can feel the presence of another person or animal or being. What emotion exists in your sanctuary? Invite this emotion to rise to the surface and notice where you feel this emotion in your heart. Practice welcoming this emotion, recognizing it as an emotion and witnessing this emotion. You're simply noticing the emotion. Remember, this is a sanctuary where you can be at your best, a place where you can feel happiness, peace, or love, nurturing, or comfort. Remember, there's no limit at all to this sanctuary. It's yours. It never diminishes or goes away. It's a place that is always here for you, and you can come here anytime you wish. If during this practice anything should arise spontaneously, such as an emotion, a thought, or sensation, remember to simply welcome, recognize, and witness it. I invite you to stay with it for a moment and just witness it. After you have witnessed for a moment, if you need to respond with a deep breath or move your position, that's fine. But first, simply be the witness. At every step throughout this practice, simply stay relaxed as you welcome, recognize and witness all that presents itself, whether by my suggestion or whether it arises spontaneously. You can respond to anything in your life most powerfully as the observer, as awareness itself. If something arises that you don't want to work on today, you may always go back to your personal sanctuary by remembering all of your senses in your personal oasis. Now I invite you to go deeper along this journey of Yoga Nidra with me. Begin to refine your attention by noticing the sensations of your body. I invite you to feel your entire body as broad, open awareness. There's nothing you need to do or change about your body. Simply feel your body as sensation. Feel your entire body as sensation. Bring all of your attention to the simple sensation of your mouth. No need to move it or change it or to do anything about it. Simply feel the sensation of mouth, your lips, your teeth, and your tongue. Welcoming the sensation, recognizing it as sensation as well as anything that spontaneously arises in your awareness. Simply be the witness to the sensation of mouth. Bring your attention to the sensation of eyes. Feel your eyelids, the place where they touch. Feel the weight of your eyeballs in their sockets, and imagine the eyeballs relaxing back even farther into their sockets. Feel all the muscles around your eyes and invite them to soften and relax. Now be aware of the sensation of your ears, simply feeling them as presence. Feel as if all the muscles around your ears could also relax. There's nothing to try to hear. Sound is just falling upon your ears. There's nothing to try to do. You are simply aware of the sensation of hearing. Now, of nose, simply feeling the presence of your nose, your nostrils, and the bridge of your nose. In this moment, remember what it feels like to have had a facial or when you've just washed your face with a warm washcloth and every pore in your entire face is open and it feels fresh and alive. Adopt that feeling in your entire face in this moment. Feel this openness in your forehead and your eyebrows, your eyes and your temples, the bridge of your nose and your nostrils, your cheekbones and the planes of your cheeks, upper lip, lower lip, chin, and jaw. Feel the presence of your entire face, bright and relaxed. Feel your face as relaxed. Now, bring your attention to the crown of your head and remember a time when you've had the top of your head feel tingly. Maybe you were having a scalp massage, or you put some sort of shampoo or eucalyptus or mint in your hair that made your head tingle with that sort of effervescence. Or maybe it's a tingling that you felt spontaneously at the top of your head. Imagine that now And imagine the feeling of your entire scalp becoming alive. Feel all those little muscles in your scalp that help your eyebrows raise or that wiggle your ears, softening and inviting and allowing all of those little muscles to relax. Feel the crown of your head as weight and as softness, and feel your face as weight and softness. Feel your entire head at once, your face and scalp at the same time. Feel your head as one field of sensation, a sphere of sensation that has no periphery, no real center, just broad sensation. Welcome your head as sensation. Recognize it as sensation, and being merely the witness to sensation of head. Now feel the sensation of throat and neck. Notice how good it feels to simply listen and not have to say anything in this moment. Relax and simply enjoy being quiet. As you listen to my words, feel the sensation of collarbones, shoulders, and then trace the sensation of your arms from shoulders down to elbows, elbows through your forearms, to wrists, from wrists through your fingertips. In this moment, put all of your attention on the sensation of your left hand, your thumb in particular. Feel your left thumb. Now place all of your attention on your right hand, your right thumb in particular. Feel your right thumb. Now feel your left thumb. Now your right thumb. Now feel both thumbs simultaneously. Just feel sensation as presence. Welcome, recognize, and witness the sensation of thumbs, not as two things, but as one thing. And you may notice that in one moment you are aware of one thing, and the next moment you are aware of another thing. But as you notice them together, you open to what is beyond things as separate into a oneness, into awareness itself. Different things you are aware of illuminate awareness itself. In this moment, I invite you to be awareness. You are awareness, experiencing itself in this moment as sensation. As awareness, be the sensation of chest. Notice your heart beating in your chest and the movement of your breath as your chest lifts and lowers easily and naturally as awareness. Feel yourself experiencing yourself as the sensation of belly, soft and relaxed. Feel yourself as back. Now bring your attention back to sensation as you feel the sensation of pelvis. Feel your legs from hips through your thigh, bones to knees, down knees to ankles, through ankles all the way down to your toes. Feel your entire body, head to toe, and feel your entire body as large, expansive, impossibly large, without any real definition to perimeter. Your body is simply large. And now in this moment, feel your body as tiny. Be very small. Adopt the feeling of smallness in your body. Your entire body is small without center. Now adopt the feeling of being large again, looking down on something very, very small, an ant or a grain of sand, feeling very large compared to this small thing you're looking at. Now you are very small, looking out into the expanse of the universe. Maybe lying on the ground, looking up into space, feeling the largeness of it all. Now in this moment, be both expansiveness and the minute, the tiny simultaneously. Be the part of you that cannot be defined by large or small. The part of you that just is feelings like small and large will come. And as you hold them simultaneously, you will discover the feeling and the experience of the part of you that never changes. The part is awareness itself. Be awareness itself. You are awareness expressing itself in the form of your body, of your energy, of your life. Feel how energy is manifesting in your body in this moment. Feel how energy is flowing or moving. Energy could manifest as colors, movement, heaviness or lightness, a feeling of vitality, relaxation, or dullness. Simply welcome, recognize, and witness any way in which energy feels in your body. No need to fix, change, or do anything. Now feel this energy move into the places that help you to ground in your body, into your hands, into your feet, and into your belly. Grounding energy is moving into your hands, feet, and belly, like building up a reservoir of energy that's grounded and stable. This grounded energy is always there when you need it, holding you comfortably. In this moment, notice how relaxed you may have become. If it feels safe, I invite you to remember what it feels like to feel a little stressed. Not your most stressful moment ever, but remember what it feels like to feel just a little stressed. And if it doesn't feel like you want to work on that in this moment, remember your sanctuary, that place where you felt love or happiness or peace. Remember all of those senses you experienced. But if it feels okay, just remember what it feels like to feel a little bit stressed, perhaps maybe just a little annoyed or something. If it feels safe, invite that feeling gently into your body and notice how you feel it in your body. What does a little stress feel like in your body? What do your senses do? Feel this emotion of a little stress and all the ways it affects your being. Notice energy, thoughts, other emotions, and body. Like many emotions, sometimes stress is simply a call for action. Does this feeling seem to have a message tied to it? What's the first thing that comes into your mind? Does this emotion have a message for you? Simply welcome, recognize, and witness this emotion. Perhaps the message resonates, or maybe it's simply stress talking. You are just the witness. Now, for you, what is the opposite emotion of stress? Name whatever emotion you feel is the opposite of stress. Invite that emotion to rise to the surface, that emotion that is the opposite of stress. Where do you feel that opposite emotion in your body? What is the opposite emotion of stress, and what does it feel like in your body when you invite it to the surface? Notice where you feel it, how you feel it. Describe that to yourself. Does it feel like a sensation, like energy with a color or movement? Energy can manifest in many ways. Still, you are merely welcoming, recognizing, and witnessing this opposite emotion, all the ways you are affected by this opposite emotion. What is the opposite of stress, and how does that feel in your body? Remember a time when you felt that emotion resonate in your body. Feel this opposite emotion with your senses. If that opposite emotion had a message for you, what would that message be? Allow it to be the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't try to force it. Now, for a moment, go back to what it felt like to have a little bit of stress. Can you simply allow a little bit of stress to be? You're not owning it, you are simply allowing yourself to pick it up for a moment. Now agree to let it go and pick up the emotion that is opposite of stress. What does that other emotion feel like in your body? Remember the colors, the message, and the feeling of that opposite emotion. Give yourself a minute to feel this other emotion again. You can simply pick it up whenever you want, as if it were an object that you can pick up whenever you wish. Now, this doesn't need to make sense, but I invite you to hold both emotions, stress and its opposite, at the same time. You are holding one emotion in one hand and the other emotion in the other hand. You are holding both emotions simultaneously. Stay with this visualization of holding on to these two emotions for just a moment. In this moment, I invite you to let go of both emotions. Let them run through your fingers so you are just left empty and open. Adopt the feeling of letting go for a moment and allow yourself to be expansive and open. Your body stays comfortably grounded and everything feels comfortable and relaxed while you let go of emotions. What is the part of you that is larger than stress or any emotion? Feelings of stress will come and go, but emotions, as they change, they reveal the unchanging awareness that is you. Be awareness itself, aware of emotions, but bigger than any emotion. Your most natural state is that of relaxed awareness. Be relaxed awareness. What are you aware of in this moment? Just like emotions, you have the power to let go of any events or circumstances that have ever happened in your life or ever will happen in your life. In this moment, simply let go of history. Let go of the idea of the future. There is only now. You can let go of your name, job, and responsibilities. Things in this moment just are. Let go of family, careers, education, success, mistakes, all identity. There's nothing you need in this moment. There's nothing you lack in this moment. Everything just is. Let everything simply be as you let go and relax. Everything simply is. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to control. Everything just is as it is. Repeat these words. My most natural state of being is relaxed awareness. My most natural state of being is relaxed awareness. My most natural state of being is relaxed awareness. I am relaxed. I am aware. I am relaxed awareness. Everything simply is. I am. Now, in this moment, feel energy again in your body, grounded energy in feet and hands. Come back to the feeling of your body. With this energy in hands and feet and belly grounding you, feel yourself back as a body, as hands and feet and belly. You are lying on the floor or bed. Feel the outline of your body, the weight of your body lying down, simply aware of the sensation of body. Give yourself a moment to remember your oasis, your sanctuary, that place where you can feel your best, where you're happy, where you feel love or at peace. Remember your senses in your sanctuary. And remember your sanctuary, this inner oasis that you have created. It's a place you can always go to. It's unending, it's forever, it's a richness that never ever leaves you, a place that is always abundant, and you can return there, whether in waking or dreaming consciousness, anytime you wish and feel you could use the support of your sanctuary. One more time, repeat in your mind, my most natural state of being is relaxed awareness. Now, because you've practiced deep awareness during your Yoga Nidra practice today, you are going to move throughout your life with greater openness, clarity of mind and heart, and a sense of purpose. You will have a greater perspective over problems and situations that will naturally come to you. And when problems and situations come, you'll be able to respond rather than react to them. And this will be from your highest place, that of relaxed awareness. You will find yourself regularly experiencing less and less stress in your life. And when there is stress, you will find yourself responding to it from this place of relaxed awareness. And as you practice this Yoga Nidra practice regularly, you will become more and more familiar with what it's like to be in your natural state of being, relaxed awareness. This will become normal and easy. I invite you to treat this practice you've done today like a large deposit into a bank account of wellness that you are choosing to regularly fill up day by day. Now, in a moment, I will count down from 5, and at the end, that will signal the end of our Yoga Nidra practice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Now, gently roll over to one side and just rest for a moment in this state of relaxed awareness. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, slowly beginning to move your entire body as you feel ready. Take your time, perhaps pulling your knees to your chest and rocking from side to side if that feels good. For those of you that have time, it's about 12:52 right now. I went a little bit over. Apologize for that. For those of you that have time, you can come to a seated position if that's comfortable. Close your eyes and just notice your current state of awareness. I'd like to take a moment to dedicate our practice today, sharing the merit of our practice with all beings. May the fruits of our practice today spread outwards in beautiful waves, affecting all beings everywhere throughout the universe, bringing peace and happiness and ease to all beings everywhere. Thank you for practicing today, and thank you for being a force of peace and well-being in the universe by going inward and bringing this practice into your own being. This weekend, on Sunday, we'll do more meditation. It's from 10:30 to 12:30. It's free. If you're free at that time, I would love for you to be there. And I'll do another yoga nidra at that time too.
And you have to just mention that they need to sign up for that separately. That's not part of this.
Yeah, so you will need to sign up for it separately, but it is completely free. So I'm sorry I only left a little bit more time for questions and answers. I can stay a little bit past 1 for people who do have questions. So please put your questions into Q&A if you have them, and I will open that box up to look at it. Oh, there's just thank yous. You're welcome, Amy. You're welcome, Michelle and DJ. You're welcome, Julie. You're welcome, Priya and Nicholas and Christy. Everybody's so relaxed they don't have any questions. Oh, here's one. Please tell us the name again of the source you used today. Yeah, so Scott Moore, same last name as me, no relation. Moore. Scott Moore. If you Google him, you'll find that he has, you can buy several scripts. He sells them. But again, they're not to be used for commercial purposes for obvious reasons. This practice was recorded, yes, correct, Misty?
Yes, it's on the Monona Terrace website on the meditation page.
Yep. Any other questions? Thank you for the blessings and all the thank yous. What was the name of the breathing through our noses? Oh, Ujjayi. It's spelled Ujjayi. Ujjayi. Yeah, it's a little tricky to understand what it's like at first, but it sounds like Darth Vader when you're doing it. If one were to shorten this practice to say 10 minutes, what might be touched on? There are definitely shorter yoga nidra practices. What I would encourage you to do, because if you're just beginning the practice of yoga nidra, it's pretty hard to guide yourself through it. It's much nicer to listen to a recording. And I've mentioned the app Insight Timer, INSIGHT Timer. If you type in Yoga Nidra, Nidra, if you type that into Insight Timer app, you can search by length of meditation and you can search by length of Yoga Nidra. So that's what I would probably do. A lot of people will just do the body scan part during a Yoga Nidra, but then it's not classically a full Yoga Nidra, but there are short ones. Is it true that Yoga Nidra sessions have the benefits of even longer sleep sessions? In what ratio? Why? Yes, what I've read is that I think I'm quoting this correctly. I think 1 hour of Yoga Nidra equals 4 hours of sleep. It might have been 30 minutes of Yoga Nidra equals 4 hours of sleep. I've heard different ratios. Got overwhelmed by the invitation of little stress. It became big. What to do about that? That's a great question. I think that Jan, thanks for sharing that. That's probably many people's experience. So thanks for being courageous to voice that. I think that during this time, especially, there's so much stress around that inviting it in might just feel too overwhelming right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then I would simply say, there's enough stress in life as it is, no need to invite it in. You're going to have plenty of opportunities to practice with stress. So it might be that there's just too much stress in your life right now, and focusing simply on the relaxation part of Yoga Nidra is more important for you right now. So I wouldn't worry about having to bring in the idea of stress, especially right now. Great to see all of you. Vicky, thank you for asking. Did you research the tongue resting on the upper teeth in exhale for breathing exercises and the reason for this? I did research it and I could not find an answer. So I welcome anyone who knows why Dr. Weil, I sent a message to Dr. Weil, and of course he gets a million questions, I'm sure. And so they say they probably won't get back to you, and I haven't heard back from him, but maybe someday I will. And if somebody else finds out the answer of why those front teeth the tongue needs to go behind the front teeth during the 4-7-8 breathing, please, I would welcome you to answer that question. I think that looks like everybody's questions, and it's actually 1 o'clock right now perfectly.
Gary Morton, I will send you an email with the link for the Sunday meditation registration, since we didn't get to you. So
one last question. I had trouble shifting from the stressed awareness to the opposite. Yeah, Ellen, I think that you and a lot of other people too, this is a practice. So shifting between mind states is part of the practice. And like I said to the other woman about who had trouble, and I'm sure many others did, right now there's so much stressed awareness there's so much awareness of stress, I should say, that it might just feel too overwhelming right now. And so practicing relaxed awareness may be the more important thing for you right now. This is just one Yoga Nidra. Every Yoga Nidra is very, very different. There are many Yoga Nidras that don't involve going to a place of awareness of stress. So it's not like it's a crucial or necessary part. But I do think that will become easier as you practice it. But I also think that ultimately, no matter what, you always trust your inner voice. And if it feels like that's not right for you right now, don't do it. I believe you were correct with the 4-7-8 breathing and saying that's a connection of energy points or meridians. That's my suspicion. Yeah. for letting me
Okay.
be here.
Yeah, thank